Hey yo guys, Ruby of Blue here again, and welcome back to Hearts United. Are you guys ready for some heartfelt action? Let's get the crew in here. And I didn't, son of a bitch, I didn't get a refill on my tea before I started.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello again.
How you doing?
Fine so far.
Hopefully we can get even better. So today we're going to be working on pages 14, or what, pages, yeah, 15 and 16.
So this is about a quarter of the way through this comic.
Yeah, about half. More than half? Yeah, more than half.
Yeah, it's supposed to only be like 20 or so pages, right?
Somewhere around there.
And yeah, we're 3/4 of the way there. Oh, and here comes my cat.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some tea and I'm gonna turn on my fan. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So how's everyone else doing?
Oh, looks like Corbin didn't join. Myself, I'm doing alright, although my hours got changed for the umpteenth time.
What are they now?
Instead of working midnight to 8, I now work 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. So yeah, it's like a reverse standard 9 to 5 shift. Yeah, truthfully, it does kind of suck. Although the hours I can really make use of, just the placement of them, because I can start going swimming again, but does kind of complicate my ability to come to these streams or hang out with a few people.
Hey, I'm here.
Yay.
Welcome back.
All right. Let's get down to it. Let's get down to it, he said, and his pen doesn't work.
Oh, that's a pain in the neck.
I think you forgot to run all the colors across the bottom of the screen.
The what?
All the colors we're using today.
Colors?
Yes.
The comic's black and white.
Well, all the different shades of grey you'll be using.
I just
No,
pull
it's
those
gonna-
from the pages. It'd be too hard to tell them all the colors apart if I had them on a palette. Also, I have Taco here with me. He's not helping me get my pen working. Why is it not working?
And the screen's also gone black.
Yeah, because I closed Paint Tool Sigh. It's still not working though. Is the battery dead? Battery?
Use batteries? I thought they were hooked up to a USB or something.
Nope. Pen, wireless pen. Okay, I just took out the battery, put it back in, and then screwed the thing back on, and it's working again. Alright. Okay, fine. Sure. Okay, sure. Fine. That was my desktop background, by the way, because Paint Tool Sigh is being glitchy.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
That would be Nephthys.
Aw, she sounds like Belle.
Come here, girl.
Hey, Ezzy.
Come here.
Hey, Kid Kasai.
Nope, she'd rather just stand there like a bump on a log staring at me.
Sure. Let's get a cat cam going for Taco. He's in a good place right now. Alright. Oh, he's not anymore. I'll sneak it under my monitor. Taco. Oh, there's the cat. There's the pretty cat. Kind of. Taco. Taco. Hi! How are you? Oh, he's such a handsome boy, isn't he? He's like, don't touch me. Hey, Taco. Don't you bite me! Don't you bite me!
Oh, I love nibbles.
Huh?
Well, he's feeling a bit wild today, isn't he?
Up. Taco plays rough. Oh, Belle's outside too. Can you not, please? Can you not, Taco? What are you doing? Where you going?
Oh. For a second, I thought that was a cup. Hopefully, I was just gonna say, hopefully he doesn't knock that over.
Alright, bye, Taco. He's feeling hyper today. This is an interesting stream. Is this what you've become?
Pretty much.
Alright, let's draw some fucking gay shit.
Now, where the hell's Corb?
He was in the Discord chat just a second ago.
Yeah, he was. I don't know why he's not here. Or why he hasn't said anything, in case he wasn't able to get in because of his grandma or something. Weird. I don't really have a lot to keep you guys entertained. That's usually Corbin's job.
Don't feel any pressure, you're fine. I anticipate faggotry, says 5-star jellyfish. And my headphones are tangled up again.
To 5-star, though, there'll certainly be plenty of that.
Oh, hold on, I can't help myself. Can't help myself. What is he doing? What you doing over there? See the camera? Where I'm feeling, I feel very, very voyeuristic right now.
Why is he doing that with his foot?
He knows he's being watched. He's feeling camera shy.
Nephthys is playing with that tinfoil ball I made for her last night.
I thought cats hated tinfoil.
On the contrary, they frickin' love the stuff. You need to make sure that the shiny side of it is outward when you roll it into a ball, and it'll keep them entertained for ages. Of course, every cat's different. Extreme. I got a 4-hour study session coming up.
So I guess that leaves him out of this.
Unfortunately.
Hello.
Or maybe not.
Yo.
So hard to listen to the music in the stream without the feedback of my own voice coming back at me.
Same.
I can't hear you too well.
Is it because you don't have headphones in?
I am wearing headphones right now.
So,
It's that I'm also running the stream off of YouTube, so every time I speak, naturally it also plays my voice alongside the music. So, which often makes it hard for me to tell when someone else is talking or not.
I see. You haven't gotten used to past you yet. You need to be one with your past self. Accept your past self as the one that died a long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, just get used to hearing the sound of your own voice more so than you hear it already.
Well, it's not just that. I also hear everybody else's as well.
Yeah, you gotta be able to account for past thems as well. Ruby already learned this.
The ones that were too weak.
I learned it, and it was a horrifying experience.
I do not want to know what you guys do on Saturday mornings.
Well, I used to make the Heart United pages, but now let's move to Mondays and Tuesdays.
That was rhetorical, but alrighty.
Yes. So, who else is gonna be on the stream?
Anybody who can make it.
Yeah, Corbin was here a second ago, but when the call started, he didn't join, and now he's gone silent. Luke Munley. Ruby, buy a headphone splitter. What? What would he need a headphone splitter for?
Headphone splitter?
How would
Luke,
that
that's not Ruby,
What?
that's Extreme.
And and I don't even think he was talking about me.
I so wish it was Lava Reef Zone instead of Sky Sanctuary.
Not so sure I'm familiar with those. Uh-oh. Now the lag is starting.
There's a little bit of it here and there, but it's mostly been really clean.
I don't like it when it happens.
I like it even less.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
I'm here out of curiosity. Someone made me discover this channel. Welcome, Jiar. What I'm doing right now is a commission, basically a side thing from my manifest art. Oh, Larissa. Okay, cool. Did not know that, Luke.
Larissa who?
Dusty's voice actress.
Oh,
At Barrow.
You got a bloody nose, Kid Flash? Ooh.
No. That's probably the psychic powers kicking in.
that'd be a nasty way to learn you have psychic powers.
It's the standard way.
All of my psionic characters just get a headache if they overexert themselves.
Should have gone for the waffles instead. Well, I'm sitting here just playing Ultra Moon.
Hmm?
I've sort of been pondering with another friend of mine about how really the Ultra game should have just been DLC.
In all honesty, yeah, they probably should have been.
Yes.
Still
since
haven't
they're doing that-
beaten it yet, so
Huh?
be wary of spoilers.
I'm not going to spoil anything, it's just that with the amount of content which these definitive versions add, it's basically, any other game would basically just be add-on DLC. The
Yeah.
base games.
On the plus side, I don't have to change the plot of Beyond the League as much as I thought I did, because it looks like these don't exactly affect the main storyline. So you can keep going with the previous idea I had.
I mean, admittedly, but the idea they put for Rainbow Rocket was an interesting idea. Just wish that there was more done with it.
And that they didn't pull the whole multiverse bullshit with it.
I mean, technically, I was fine with that. I mean, granted, it probably doesn't make the most sense with Ultra Wormholes, but
And it really adds nothing to the story for all the characters to be from different worlds. I mean, it's the world of Pokemon. They don't all need to be from different worlds, different timelines.
Spoilers.
Sorry,
yes.
because I got a little carried away there.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah.
And to be honest, I am quietly hoping that if they don't drop the version thing for the version system for the Switch, I do hope that instead of just coming out a year later with the definitive version, they just do DLC expansions instead. So, like, the following year you could get a region from the past, which basically acts as more the remake, and then the following year you get sort of add-on for what would be the definitive version normally, if that makes any sense.
Well, they have done Breath of the Wild DLC, so they've opened the door to that, but then again, a Game Freak is not necessarily Nintendo.
Because I don't really see the system they have going with different versions working out so well in the near future.
Yeah.
Especially taking into consideration that the 3DS is also capable of DLC.
Well, I have high hopes for the console release, though. Let's see where they go with this.
I want it to be all Japanese names, Mystery.
I for one can stick with the Western names myself, although definitely finding a lot more appeal in the characters when they're done in the sub version. I don't think I can even say Blaziken's Japanese name.
Bersiamo. Bersiamo. No, wait, no, that's not it. I need to remember it. I don't remember.
Let me see if I can have a go at it.
Bersiamo. Bersiamo, yeah. It's not quite an sh sound. It's not a sia sound. It's like something in the middle. It's like Bersiamo.
Bersiamo?
Bersiamo.
Yeah, I don't think I can do that, so I'm just gonna stick with Blaziken.
It doesn't look the most difficult to pronounce now that I'm looking at it. Let's have a look at some other names.
Although it wasn't until the recent Manifest Heart episode that I found out my Diana's Japanese name was Garena. I didn't even know that. Ow.
So apparently Marshtomp's Japanese name is Numacrawl, which doesn't really seem fitting, to me at least.
Wait, which one's Japanese is what?
Marshtomp's Japanese name is apparently Numacrawl.
Moss?
I'll put it in the thing.
Yeah, sorry, I just can't hear you quite clearly. Oh, Marshtomp. Well, honestly, I would not know. I don't know what Numacrawl refers to.
Let's have a look, shall we? It's apparently derived from the Japanese term numa and crawfish.
You're right, that doesn't seem very fitting, so sometimes the Western names are better.
Numa translating out to basically swamp, so it's basically a swamp crawfish.
But Marshtomp doesn't look remotely like a crawfish.
Let's have a look at a crawfish.
I know what a crawfish looks like. Of course, there's another crawfish already in Gen 3, Crawdont.
Yep. To be honest, that's sort of making me wonder if Corfish Thermidor exists.
It better not, or I'm gonna have found the Pokemon version of PETA.
So I take it that your favorite version of Pokemon is actually Black and Blue?
Sure.
Black and blue?
Yep. Look it up. But don't.
Oh, a parody game. Just hearing the phrase black and blue makes me think of a line that Sickle says to Colin in the story. Which, the scene of which, of course, happens before when this comic takes place.
Does it count as spoilers?
It might. So that's why I haven't gone into detail about it. Just realized this means you could sneak a Pokemon's Western name in as its nickname while using its Japanese name as what it is. Like how a friend of mine has a cat named Gato.
That's sort of an interesting way to look at it.
Indeed it is. Of course you could do the other way around, too.
But most of the Japanese names actually fit, though, in the character limits.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know how long some of the Japanese names are. Japanese is a much more complex language than English.
Exactly.
I only know a few of the names, really. Kitka-san. The Lycanrocs are all good doggos, but Shade is the best doggo. I'm trying to work on a way to give Mark a Lycanroc sometime in his story.
Maybe have him just fall through an ultra wormhole like everyone else did.
Fuck that.
You wouldn't like the ultra wormholes?
I don't like using them as an excuse just to have something. So either Mark actually goes to the Alola region, or when his mother goes there on holiday, she'll bring him back a Rockruff. Question, of course, is just which of the forms he'd use.
I'd say just going with the Rockruff would be the easier route. Unless you have plans to go to the Alola region.
Well, in Mark's current timeline, Alola region doesn't have a league, so technically it doesn't have a champion yet either. So he has no cause to go there.
Aside from just a vacation.
Well, he could. But instead, his mother's actually going to be heading there. And that's a plan I have for a different arc, but it's all still work in progress.
So, when do they go off and fight Universe 6?
Say what?
Nothing.
I guess you'll just have to wait and find out, Miss Derry.
That would certainly add a more air of mystery to it. Because if Calvin caught another Pokemon and it was suddenly able to talk too, that just make it even more confusing how all of his Pokemon specifically are getting that ability. So it's something about him, or maybe it's just the gems. Who knows?
Are you sure there's not going to be any Shredder and Shade fusion?
that would cause chaos beyond what I can control.
Yeah. And what the heck would they even look like, combining a leafy lizard with a dark-furred hyena?
A leafy lizard with dark fur.
Is there even a species of reptile out there that has fur of any kind?
Maybe in some backwater rainforest.
Luca, Ruby of Blue. If the Vibrava from previous episodes 1 to 3 returns sometime, which Pokemon will return to home?
Whoever needs training the least, except for Shredder, Shade, and Psy.
Yeah, that's a struggle I have when I come up with Mark changing out his team, too. Because he's traveled with them for so long, he's just loath to be apart from them. And Cole, of course, just outright refuses to be separated from him. To the point that when he tried, Cole actually broke out of his Pokeball. Spoiler. Squeaky chair.
I got a pretty squeaky one myself.
I didn't mean my chair.
So here's what I managed to get from fusing a Mightyana and a Grovyle.
This is actually a thing. And I don't know if it's my ad blocker or what. Oh, there it is.
No Buttleys?
I don't think so. Okay, now I'm curious.
What about Mighty Vile?
Maybe. It'll probably just then be just a black rover with a wolf's head.
Oh, too far. Okay, I gotta try and get Corbin's attention.
Don't you two live in the same apartment?
We moved apart about 6 months ago.
No.
And he moved back to Vancouver.
Luca, what is actually the purpose of every Pokemon in Manifest Heart? What is their role? Like, I can't just explain this stuff to you guys. You just have to watch it and just deduce those kinds of details for yourself.
Hello there, Crobin.
Hey, hello.
There he is. I just shoot him a text and he's here.
I dozed off.
I figured as much. I told you you should have gone to bed sooner.
Oh, bite me! I was having fun. Who do you think I'm talking to up there? No. It's my stream zone.
What is that noise?
Oh, sorry. Graham's getting a new mattress in today.
Oh,
Yeah, and they're just unpacking it right now. They won't be long. They won't be long. Don't worry. I'll just mute the mic until they go.
Pitch Black Productions. Hello, Crowbar.
I have a feeling it's going to be my new nickname.
The nickname of your nickname.
I don't mind. It actually sounds kind of cool. Like, it reminds me of the fact that I could be a lethal weapon if I'm used correctly.
You could be used by Gordon Freeman.
I could be used by the Joker.
I was just about to say that.
Now I beat you to the punchline.
Yep. Or it could be used by Jason Todd as a revenge tactic.
Ugh. So I missed my chance to do another epic intro, but that's okay.
That actually reminds me, Crobin. Do you know if Gordon's alive?
The character?
Never mind.
Corbin, did
Sorry,
you even
I'm
play
afraid you-
Half-Life?
Oh yeah, I have all three. I have all the games.
Seems I might be the only one here who never played it.
Incorrect.
Oh.
I mean, I did play a little bit of Half-Life 2 as part of a demo of the Orange Box to see what that was like. It was okay, but it wasn't really much of a demo.
Man, I really have missed a lot, haven't I?
Not really.
You've been mostly mute for the whole thing.
Oh, I guess you guys really did need my my thing, my whatever.
Yes.
Personality.
Yeah, just give me a minute. It'll come back.
I would say go grab a coffee, but you don't drink
I
coffee,
don't
so
drink coffee, Mr. Vulcan.
I just said that.
I shall say it again in order to get the message across, because apparently you don't get it. After 3 years of me living with you, you still don't get that time.
And you still don't get when I am actually being sarcastic.
I don't. Maybe I'm just tone deaf to your sarcasm.
As I am tone deaf to my own voice.
Speaking of Vulcan, I found something else about my boss.
What's that?
He's also tone deaf,
Oh,
and yet he's working as a public job.
wait, so that
Just goes to show that anything's possible.
Hmm.
Which one? Really? Apparently my aunt's tone deaf.
well, then why the hell do I have such a hard time hearing the sound of my own voice? Can't even tell what tone I'm taking.
That's what tone deafness is, man.
To be frankly honest, I have no idea whether or not I am tone deaf or not, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I know for a fact I am not tone deaf.
I always find every time I try to narrate my own stories, I just sound too monotonous. I don't think I could keep people interested.
Well, that's the whole point of being tone deaf. You can't tell if that's the thing. Like, you can't hear yourself like, oh, and this is how I sound?
Yeah.
But to be fair, whenever I hear the sound of my own voice, I just want to curl up and die.
Oh, God.
Come on, you don't sound that bad.
I used to be like that. It's just a matter of speaking a lot and refining your voice.
Usually I only feel like wanting to curl up and die when I've said something really stupid.
Which
happens
is
a little too
basically
much.
130% of what I say.
On a separate topic, last night I was on fire.
Wait, what?
I was winning every single round of X-Wing I was playing.
Oh.
Like, legitimately. Like, I don't understand what was happening.
And then the other player just torched you out of frustration.
No! Oh, they were just friendly, casual games, but I was using ships that I was considering using for the regionals, and each time I won.
Yeah, that never happened if I was playing.
Yeah, because you're lucky shit.
Yeah. The one guy who
And
can
so-
roll 6 blanks.
That's no. I've seen worse.
What can be worse than rolling blanks on all of your dice?
Remember Blake?
Yeah,
He
fair
ro-
point. He did
he
do
ro-
just as bad.
He rolled a complete total of like 20 dice, and out of all of those dice, he only rolled maybe 4 hits.
Okay, fair point. I can't deny that one.
So your luck's not the worst. It just happens too frequently.
Guess who's back?
Is it Taco?
Indeed it is. He really
Taco!
wants to get in on my lap, but it's like occupied by my tablet. Are you done being mean? Yeah, you're done being mean right now. Oh my god, Taco, there is no
also-
room for you. Please stop.
Also, I will agree to your tweet. Taco is the most handsome cat ever, and I will not fight you.
Awesome.
I'm willing to bet that floofy hobo cat is going to disagree, though.
Or Nephthys might.
Not this is a female, though. Females aren't handsome.
I guess.
I mean, they can be.
Speaking of which, I wonder where she is. She was playing with that tinfoil ball a little while ago.
Doggo, I'm sorry, but you cannot be here right now. Ugh. Go up there. Oh, you're a big cat. American bobtails are big. They're like lynxes.
Also, on the topic of being on fire, I was having a hell of a round on Starfighter Assault, too.
And I conquered a galaxy on Stellaris last night alongside my friend Sid.
I destroyed my opposition as Poe Dameron. And Kylo Ren. Like, no joke, when I was playing as Kylo, like, the same guy kept coming after me like 5 or 6 times, and each time I kept shooting him down. And at one point he was like, GG, Kylo. It took, like, nearly that guy's entire squad, and that was like maybe 7 people to finally take me down. Yeah, you don't fuck with Kylo Ren.
Well, that's just proof of how overpowered the TIE silencer is.
Well, it's incredibly fast, incredibly powerful. It's got over 4,000 hull, not including shields.
Jeez, it's sturdier than any other TIE. Even the Defender.
It's sturdier than the. Well, it was made with the likeness of 3 of the Empire's best ships put together.
You sure you didn't just misread that?
No, it said so on the wiki. It has like the speed of the TIE. As the speed. Well, no, hang on.
Speed of the Interceptor and the firepower of the Advanced.
It also has the weaponry of the Defender.
Oh, jeez.
Dual mag pulse torpedoes, man.
The Defender didn't have those. It had a heavy cannon.
The Rebels versions did not.
Hmm.
In fact, the Rebels version they released a second type of TIE Defender.
All right.
Yep, which was
I guess I'm a little behind on Rebels.
Which is called the TIE Defender Elite, which added concussion missiles.
I guess I'm a little behind on that show. Last episode I saw was the season finale of season 3.
That was a good one.
Thrawn is the best Star Wars villain, I've got to say.
Oh, hands down. He just comes across as just... He's everything you'd expect in an Imperial villain.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't even need to be a Sith to be dangerous. He's just always one step ahead.
He's a strategist. He studies the art of war.
And that's exactly why I like him.
He's like the Star Wars version of Sun Tzu.
That would be an apt comparison, considering just how easily he outmaneuvers everybody in his path.
And God, that voice.
Yeah.
Oh, that voice.
Is a badass voice.
Oh, not just a badass. That's just someone you need to fear.
Mm-hmm. And yet somehow he still retains the appearance of a gentleman.
Yeah, he does. Thank you for the introduction. Who was? Oh yeah, it was Agent Callus. Interesting. Thank you for the introduction, Agent Callus. My visit here is, however, not an interrogation. Fuck! I keep messing the line up.
You're not quite getting his voice right either.
I know. It's
hard to imitate.
I know it is pretty hard to imitate. It's like DC Douglas's Wesker voice. It's hard to do.
Out of curiosity, do they still have uglies in Star Wars X-Wing?
No.
Not that I've seen. Oh, not in X-Wing, no.
I don't believe uglies will be a thing. I'll tell you what should be a damn thing, though, now that Battlefront 2 is made... that's so much Battlefront 2 is made in canon, but now that... Well, yeah, Battlefront 2 is made in canon, is the Alpha Nimbus V-Wing and the N1 Starfighter.
Well, technically those are still canon, just...
Well, yeah.
Not used anymore.
Yeah, I know, but they were used... the Alpha Nimbus was used by the Empire, and at one point, the N1 was used by the Rebellion.
And true enough.
Yep, Shara Bay flew one apparently.
And I planned on having the Talons fly them at some point, or a heavily modified variant of it.
The N16. But now that we're doing a relaunch, what will they be flying now?
They'll still be using the Z95s, because since they're still such a small-time group, that's really all they could afford, is a cheap ship like that.
I don't know, around the time skip of the New Republic for it, couldn't they at least afford T-65s? At least second-hand ones?
Those were still used by the military, so they wouldn't be able to get their hands on those except on black market.
I would say by the time after Jakku, the T-65 was phased out by the T-70.
No, just after Jakku, the T-70 was still in prototype stage.
Oh.
Would Tywin still have been around by then?
Is that an Ugly?
Yes.
Uglies are. I don't believe Uglies are canon.
Not anymore.
Well, that's not true. Actually, there were Uglies featured in a Poe Dameron comic, and the Poe Dameron comics are canon.
Speaking of comics, I just finished reading one where a blinded Luke Skywalker just fought Boba Fett.
Nice. Well, that's a happy Blaziken.
No, because he's finally willing to let his emotions out.
You freaking closet chicken.
Like Luke's much better. As of course will be revealed in another page.
Well, I mean, outside of, his personal life, he's pretty outgoing.
Yeah. Shit, what else was I gonna say?
You were going to say that you are awesome.
I don't toot my own horn like that.
No, eight. You are awesome.
I'd rather let others decide that for themselves. Who's that in the background?
Oh, that's just the guy who installed the the thing. Hang on. Oh no, it's my manager.
Wait, your manager? What's your manager doing there?
On-site manager.
Are you at work?
No, I'm at home.
Then why is your manager there?
On-site manager. Like, you know how some apartment complexes have a manager? An on-site manager?
A property manager.
Property manager, yeah. On-site manager.
Now that makes more sense.
What's wrong? Oh, come on. And how much are they putting it up this time? I just killed a TIE silencer and a Y-wing.
And you said it was invincible?
Yeah, if you know how to fly it.
And nothing's invincible, as you just need someone with the skill to take it down.
Like me.
Alright, that's my cue to go get food, so I'll be back.
Okay.
Dope.
Feeling a bit peckish myself. I think I'll go grab a bowl of grapes. Maybe a glass of lemonade. Back in a sec.
Okay.
Jacob, are you being toxic? Okay, 5-star jellyfish.
Wait, what's Spotify's ready to say?
Have you ever been so far as to even pretend to even want to go to do more like?
Okay.
That's some powerful what? What did I just read? Hello, digital ghost. Okay, 5-star jellyfish. Sometimes, but only on Tuesdays after I've had my afternoon snack.
Meow. Oh, I have hobbies. So I was trying to make a fusion of my Diana and Grovile.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I'm not the best spriter.
Nice job, Clover Jade.
You want to buy some death sticks?
No, thank you.
And I'm back.
Back, by the way.
Ruby darts.
Hmm?
I don't know how I feel about there being another Ruby around here.
You feel threatened? Oh crap, I didn't get the chance to use my ship. Oh well.
Well, this is where the loots happen, don't they?
Nothing really lewd happens here, unless you count the fact that they don't even wear clothes to begin with. Just accessories.
Well, they're a lot more nude than they usually are in this scene. Fucking
Yeah, Vulcan-
scarf and
Vulcan's harness.
harness missing.
Well, they're at home. They don't see any reason to be wearing them.
So depraved.
Ruby Darts Pokemon don't wear clothes. Tell that to Scraggy.
Oh,
Yeah, initially I was only going to get a bowl of grapes, but I decided to make myself a sandwich too.
that sounds delicious. What sandwich did you make?
Montreal smoked meat with Swiss, with whole wheat bread and mustard and mayonnaise.
Mm.
Needs more sriracha.
Unfortunately, I don't have any.
Wow, I was really jumpy there for some reason.
Hey,
Like, I was slingshotting.
oh,
Or rubber banding, as it's called.
I know the term.
Oh, this is gonna be close.
Stop it!
You haunt me every day. Stop it!
I'm trying to type as quietly as I can.
What are you even
Just
typing?
put enter.
Hello there.
Gudrun Wolf, is that Pyro? No, that is Blaziken Vulcan. That's my character.
And you're doing the lewds with Krobin's Lucario?
Yes.
Right. To be fair, I don't really have the right to judge myself. Just...
Well, there's 3 different Vulcans, and every single one of them has their own tastes.
Mm-hmm. True.
Prime Vulcan, one of my newer additions, who takes place in my Osnodar Prime series, seems to really have a thing with royalty. Because in every relationship he's planned to be in, he'll be with someone of royal lineage.
How many of them actually turn out to be his sister?
None of them.
Vulcan doesn't even have a sister.
Nope, he has an older brother. That's the only sibling he's got.
And there's the money shot.
Cha-ching.
out of curiosity, has there ever been a recorded instance of a Jedi or a Sith throwing the pommel of their lightsaber at someone?
Throwing the no. The lightsabers don't have pommels.
I thought they did.
Well,
Well, mine has.
design-wise, some of them might, like Kylo Ren's, but his is just another energy emitter. But no, typically they don't have pommels. They just, if they're going to throw anything, they throw the entire lightsaber and then call it back to their hand.
Darn.
Honestly, I don't see pommel throwing as an effective tactic. For one thing, it takes away the counterbalance of your sword and then puts the thing completely off balance.
I mean, apparently from what I've heard, people still did it.
Yeah, that's why the knights aren't around anymore.
Yep.
Except in title, of course.
Oh dear.
I told you it was an actual thing.
I knew it was an actual thing. Doesn't mean I approve of it.
Where is the most rightly way to do it?
Well, you could bludgeon them with the pommel instead. That's partly what it was meant for, as well as adding counterbalance to the sword.
Rattle.
Which is why sometimes you'd see knights with mailed mittens, because of course it would protect their hands, turn their swords around and use it like a giant club.
You mean the murder stroke?
Mm-hmm. If that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
But this was how they dealt with enemies as armored as they are, that the sword couldn't cut through.
Either that or they did half swording.
Oh yeah, if they could hit hard enough, they might get through the chainmail. But I thought for a second there I heard the Sephiroth theme in the background.
Nope.
One thing about the Sonic series that hasn't been killed is its music.
True.
It wasn't Sonic Boom.
I don't really remember the music from Sonic Boom.
Exactly.
Squeak!
What the heck's squeaking? Who's squeaking?
I think that's Sten.
That's my table.
Well, I meant it was coming from you.
Yes. It's my table.
That reminds me. In the Osnodar Earth setting, there's actually a speedster that Vulcan and his team have to fight sometimes. Vulcan had to train himself to be able to watch this guy as he moves, so that he could fight back against him, and eventually manages to even clothesline him while he's in motion.
Nice.
Keen eyes of an avian are powerful indeed.
So, which is better, the herbs or the elves?
That's hard to compare because I don't really know how they see.
They see everything.
If Vulcan can see an ultraviolet or an infrared, but I don't know what sort of sight elves would have.
To be honest, I have no idea either. Just the thing I hear a lot, that elves have good eyes.
It varies from series to series, but in Dragonlance they have damn near perfect night vision. But in Lord of the Rings, it seems like Legolas can't see in the dark.
It only has a zoom function, you can see, like, miles away.
Now that'd be telescopic vision, which Vulcan also does have, at least his Phoenix self. Kevlar Productions Ultra Instinct Vulcan confirmed. Yeah,
What?
right. I think he
Oh,
wrote that
right.
in response to me mentioning him clotheslining the Speedster.
Yeah. That's becoming a meme now.
Yes.
Like everyone is using Ultra Instinct.
Except the original Super Saiyan knockoff.
Hmm.
And we have a stunned Lucario.
Just trying to process. Wait, what just happened?
Nothing, Luca. It's just something that was said in the chat. I don't give my characters spontaneous power-ups like that.
Ultra Instinct isn't a power-up, though. It's a state of mind.
Either way.
Which actually can be achieved in real life.
So, when does Kakarot attain the title of Great Sage equal to Heaven?
No idea. Oh, excuse me.
I prefer my characters win their battles through strategy and adaptation. Luca the channel. What are some Pokemon attacks you want as superpowers? I don't know about attacks specifically, but some Pokemon abilities I'd love to have. Probably Lucario's Aura Sense, because that'd be pretty handy.
Yes, it would. Then again, I like to be able to light my legs on fire and kick people with them. Oh.
How would you feel if you had the ability to fly, but only north? Well, once you reach the North Pole, then there'd be nowhere to go.
Basically like Mad Space.
Pretty much, yeah.
Avian British, I would have Zoroark's Illusion. Oh, I can only imagine the mischief somebody would
Oh,
cause
that
with
would be fun.
Avian British.
Avery.
His name is Avian British.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's Avery.
Yeah, I know. That's why I pointed him out.
Cadron Wolf, hey Ruby of Blue, what art software are you using?
Paint Tool Sai.
What if you could teleport but only 10 feet from the place you want to go to, and you cannot choose 10 feet from the place you want to go to? Well, as long as I didn't end up over a cliff, that wouldn't be so bad.
Sometimes I wanna just chill and land, but I'm the protector of the emeralds and gems. Stay
Funnily enough, when I was still part of this superhero furs group, I made a character for it that could teleport.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. You sold him.
I didn't sell him. When I left the group, I gave him away. He
Yeah.
was too good a character to go away, so I left him with somebody who I thought would do right by him.
Yeah, but I liked him. He was cool.
I liked him too, and honestly, I've been tempted to go back to the group, but I don't think I'd have time to add those to my projects anymore. I'm overloaded with them as it is.
Well, to be fair, you have another deer character that I like too, so that's okay.
Hello again, Zevinster.
Which one specifically?
Grant,
Oh, yes.
your nuclear fallout survival person.
Yeah, I know who you meant. I didn't hear the deer part right away until it played back on the stream here.
Oh dear.
But to be fair, Warp was a caribou, Grant's a white-tailed deer.
Still the same subspecies.
Not even close. Caribou are much larger.
Hmm.
Probably still find a picture of him somewhere too. Avian British, caribou is a reindeer rather than a deer. I know that. It's also one of our national animals, which is why I chose him to be a Canadian hero. Look at the channel. What if you had bought the ability to become fluid? I would not want to do that here in Canada because chances are I'd freeze.
So you wouldn't want to be Suigetsu Hokusuki then?
Nope. Because this would be the worst country in the world for someone like him to be.
So would Russia.
Good point, yeah. Just about any northern country would probably be a bad place for him.
And our winters aren't exactly that cold, especially not in BC.
Yeah. You've lived in Alberta for a few years. You know how cold it gets here.
Yes.
Heck, just day before yesterday, it was minus frickin' 40 Celsius. Look at the channel, Captain Alberta. Actually, no, he was called the Warp because he was a teleporter. We have a sad-faced Lucario. Not all liquids have the same freezing point. I know that, but if there's any that can be reached, this country would be the one to do it. Yeah, being able to turn to liquid would be the worst ability you could have if you lived in Alberta or any of the other central provinces.
Okay, that's page done.
Yay.
Yay.
The climactic moment has arrived.
Alright, I need to take a break. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. You just missed him, Digital Ghost. If you're referring to this comic specifically, this is a commission from Corbin and I. Ah, here it is.
That was scary.
Oh, nice.
Thankfully, the art from still had it up.
Okay. A little bit of a scary moment there. The disc started skipping.
I really do miss working on him, though. While I was looking up some pictures, I stumbled across this.
Oh, cool.
A Riolu riding on the back of an Absol. That's something.
A very realistic one.
Sure, here you go, guys. I think that Riolu invented a new sport, Absol surfing.
Okay, file not found in the chat.
Eh?
What?
The link doesn't work. In the chat.
Oh.
Oh, the link doesn't work? Hang on a sec.
Ah, chat, please.
Does this work? Well, that exceeds it. Never mind. Shoot, I don't know how to do this then. If the standard link didn't work, that doesn't make much sense. Weird, it works for me. Oh, that last one didn't. That one should.
Clear that throat. Get all that gunk out of there.
Look at the channel. Loco is Spanish for weird, right? Well, then what the heck is a locomotive? A weird motor vehicle?
I guess so. It's a big rig.
Can't believe that game was ever made.
I know, right?
Or rather, I can't believe it was never finished. It could have actually been pretty good, but
was that?
So I get chair squeaking.
That was my recliner. I was lowering the footrest.
Okay.
Squeak.
Say I'm the squeaky one.
Tossing around the fought boxes like a loser.
Whoop, whoop. I'm back.
Hello.
Come back.
Sorry it took so long. I had to use the bathroom. And now I have a Kit Kat that I need to eat.
Ooh, Kit Kat.
Hello, Corbin. Glad you could join.
Oh, hello.
Hello there.
But you really like that meme, don't you, Stent?
Everybody except me loves prequel memes. I only moderately like them. Some are really funny though.
Wait, why is Ruby's microphone still muted?
He's eating a Kit Kat.
I just finished it, actually.
Okay. Oh, hey Ruby, don't forget to take away your subtitle.
did it again.
I should be getting paid for this.
That's enough that we've got somebody willing to do these comics for us.
Yeah, true.
Hello, Wolf Tells. I'm doing a commission for Vulcan and Corbin here.
Yeah? Okay. Alright, food's ready. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
waiting for somebody to have that ringtone. I used to have that ringtone a long time ago, back when Metal Gear Solid was at its height.
Just got a call from my manager. We've got snow removal going on in the parking lot. They just need me to move my car. I'll be back in a moment.
Alright.
So, it appears as if the snowstorm just blanketed all the way up to Canada, which is not a surprise. If I have at least a few centimeters of snow, I can't imagine what the northern states are experiencing.
Yes, 5-star jellyfish. The removal of Confederate flag boxer shorts? What do you mean by the removal of? I don't understand the question. Like, I understand it, but it doesn't make sense.
And back.
Hello.
Welcome back. How many centimeters of snow do you have?
Not too much right now. It's warmed up a little bit, so some of it's away. But if you go off the road, yeah, you'll probably sink up to your ankles.
That's a lot and way too much.
Whoa, what the hell?
Alright, so according to this weather report, in my area currently, outside it is -7. So you're above 0 apparently.
No. We're... Well, it's -11 right now standard, but with wind chill, it's -23.
Jeez, a -23 wind chill? Oh my gosh.
It gets windy around here.
Apparently tomorrow when I go to work, the temperature is going to be -11 and the wind chill is going to be -26.
Oh shit.
Well, yeah, 5-star jellyfish. I think that goes without saying.
Why the hell am I so warm? Excuse me.
So, TM, what wonderful things about the world should I educate you on today?
Maybe why my child's head looks like a speedboat?
I don't believe you, Pitch Black. I don't believe you one bit. So, Ruby, if you use the line work layer in Psy and you stretch an image, does it keep the lines at the same resolution, or does it blur the lines a little bit? I've always wondered that.
Maybe if you use a vector layer, but I've never tested it. I mean, I know it doesn't keep it like, it doesn't keep it like the same. It like stretches the resolution with a normal layer, but I've never tested a vector layer.
I've always wondered how text-to-speech picks up stutterers' voices.
You can do that?
Well, if it hears a voice, I'm sure it can detect it. It's just how would it respond to it.
Right.
So, what's gonna be the new Sonic game after Sonic Forces?
Nobody knows. Either we get something like a huge departure like Lost World, or we get another boost game that either goes the colors route of not giving a fuck about the story or the tone or the characters, or we get another attempt at turning to the series roots.
Why is it so hard for them to go back to the series roots? This doesn't seem like it'd be that hard.
Probably because none of the original people are with them anymore.
That, and they probably mistook in returning to the series' roots with nostalgia pandering.
Return to the past now, but with slightly more nostalgia because you have foreknowledge.
I should correct that. They're willing to return to some roots, very, very selective roots of the older games. And they're very aggressive about those old roots. They keep bringing back classic Sonic and Green Hill, for fuck's sake. But for other parts of the roots, they completely ignore. Well, not completely. Forces, they're on the right track. Just keep going that route and we'll be golden.
Nice shot, Tuber.
Yep, I thought that was what was going on. They did it earlier, and I thought maybe I'll let that one slide, but nope, not this one. Wow, Luke, way to generalize. That is not okay, man. Oh my god, Whistler. You act like your dreams have been shattered. Well, Ruby, now you can add stream hookups to the list of things in the Ruby Empire, apparently. Luke has a point, Whistler. Alright, Ruby, this is one for you. It comes from Wolf Tells Stories 4060. They are trying to start a comic. They're scared of their art not staying the same, and plan on giving up. What would you do?
Art not staying the same.
I don't know. I just read it for you.
I don't understand.
I think he's worried about his consistency.
Just draw the same thing multiple times. It'll become muscle memory. And if not, just make sure you keep looking at reference and compare each one of your drawings.
Also, chest spike. That is one of the things I'm wondering about how Lucario's hug, because this is a hugging scene, obviously.
Very, very carefully.
I imagine that he's slightly twisted to the side.
A lot of people claim that Lucario can actually blunt his chest spike for that reason, but I think that's just a fan theory.
Even if it's blunted, it's still gonna be poking them, so that's not a solution. I don't know why they would say that. My way is much more practical. Albeit it requires some flexibility, of course, but you gotta make compromises, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or how a Scyther would give you a hug, because all they'd have to do is just turn their blades around the other way.
Well, I answered that in Beyond the League, actually. When Mark captured Saber. They just used the flat of the blades.
Or another solution is to turn them sideways. That still kind of maybe has a thing, but it's still not gonna have they could just turn them sideways as well.
Blim Blam, Lucario can retract the spike on the chest, or is it permanent like that? I've heard some people claim that they can actually flatten out the spike just to make sure it doesn't hurt anybody, but again, I'm pretty sure that's just a fan theory. Luke Manali. I didn't say it was stupid, I just said it was only a fan theory.
Unless that means that their response is taking it personally, Vulcan, and then by simply calling it a fan theory, you're also calling it stupid. That is taking it personally.
If I was calling something stupid, I would just outright say stupid. I don't beat around the bush.
Except when you do.
Eh? Trying to set me up for something and failing miserably.
Oh, there we go. Solution found. It was Beyond that did it. Everybody. Because they gotta talk to people in the chat and in the voice call.
Oh, you haven't forgotten the scar on Vulcan's back, or would it just not be visible here?
Ah!
Apparently you did forget.
He's a Harry Potter! Please take him. That was some furious fapping.
I think it was supposed to be applause, but who did it?
Stent, you should be a sound engineer.
Foley artist as well. I found a good sound for foleying when I was behind the soda station. The sound of the thing continually doing its cycle but without any liquid in it causes it to make a rush of air sound, and that actually that sound is actually pretty useful for making combat noises if you change the pitch a little bit, I believe.
Well, we all know who to go to if we want really loud machine gun noises.
Michael Bay.
Help!
Ouch.
That's,
My ears are still thundering after that.
and that is the most furious rabbit thumping I've ever heard.
I had my headphones on. And
If you're recording that and you're gonna save it as an audio file, you need to save it as rabbitgenocide.wave.
This is the second time I've done this. My headset is got metal, a lot of metal on it, and I forget that a lot of times, and I have my heater on, and I'm sure you can put two and two together, and I lay down on my arm sometimes.
I didn't hear all that.
Okay. Which parts did you hear?
Not very much. I kind
So-
of had my attention on something else.
I guess I'll have to start over then. So, I have a headset that has got a lot of metal on it, and I
Mhm.
also have a heater running near me. Sometimes I forget that my headset is made of metal, and so I lay down on my arm, and I'm sure you could put two and two together and see what combination that makes.
Ouch. That would be hot. That didn't come out right. Open mouth, insert foot. I'm...
Temperature-wise is all you had to say there. But...
Yeah. Yes, temperature-wise. Oh, jeez. I hate when I do that. Times like that, I wish I was born mute.
We all wish we were on mute.
No, we don't. I do not wish I was Lauren Mute, Adam.
Well, you're special.
That is a bad thing.
You mean every time my mom told me I'm special, it was actually an insult?
Sure.
Also, don't feel as bad because Evan intentionally made a reference to that.
We've all gone silent for a while.
Yep.
I've just been busy leveling chows.
Oh, is that one of your chow that you raised in the Discord chat?
Yes.
Huh, what's his name?
The Golden Gemini.
Ooh. What kind of chow is he? I'm not looking at it right now.
It's a neutral fly chow, but I put a lot of swim into it, so no speed.
Look, Emily, oh Gemini, I'm Gemini. Actually, so am I, ironically.
I am Pisces.
Did Corbin leave? I haven't heard him say anything in a while.
I can't tell. I'm not looking at the participants right now.
No, apparently he's still here.
Playing Tabletop Simulator, of course. He's still logged into a chat, however he's marked as idle. So I must have gone AFK. He's praying to his Lord and Savior. Corbin's not religious.
His Lord and Savior, George Lucas.
I'm here, sorry.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I just had to, clean up the dishes and stuff. I had one heck of a brunch.
Ooh, brunch. I love it. What'd you have for brunch?
Sausage rounds, fried eggs, easy over, and some hash browns with a cup of tea.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Delicious.
And some cakes.
My mother, a lot of the time she invites over my older brothers and their families and we have brunch. It's always great.
I heard.
Discord is a character from MLP. Oh my god. Fucking hilarious story about that, Corbin. You
What's
remember?
up? What's up?
The first time I heard about Discord, I think you brought it up to me, and I thought you were talking about the character from MLP.
Oh.
I'm familiar with that character. I've seen him on a few videos that I've stumbled across. Now he is a fruitcake. But hey, he's supposed to be the spirit of chaos, so...
She be Eris, goddess of discord and chaos. She's hot.
Wait, Eris is in from the Sinbad movie, or...?
Just from like an old cartoon I used to watch when I was a kid called The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
That
Oh.
is old school, Corbin.
I loved that show. It was so funny.
Admittedly, it got a yuck or two out of me, too, whenever I found it.
Tu Fui Ego Eris. Weird writing.
What the hell even spawned that whole Tide Pods meme?
I have no idea. I'm as confused as you are.
The best
I
way
mean,
to
it-
figure out the answer to that question is to go to knowyourmeme.com.
I'm not even sure I want to know. I mean, who would be brain dead enough to freaking eat one of those things?
A child.
Well, a child doesn't count. They don't know any better.
an adult with Alzheimer's. There's already been 8 deaths.
Stupid teenagers.
Mm-hmm. It is a thing.
My dad suggested making the Tide Pods look brown.
Then they just look like chocolate.
No, not that type of brown, Ruby. It has to be a very discolored and uneven brown.
I see where he's going with that.
Which is why I didn't specifically say it, but I'm sure that anybody that can make their conclusions from that can know what I mean. And if they can't, then that's even better.
I saw like a crazy racist online who said he wasn't going to eat chocolate because it's brown. That's just like an amazing self-ponage right there.
Wow.
But he, what would he do if white chocolate was presented to him?
White chocolate's made without cocoa, so I don't think it's technically an actual chocolate. It's just referred to it because it shares the consistency.
It's even sweeter too.
I love white chocolate.
I love dark chocolate.
Not racist though. I'm not advocating for a white chocolate ethno state.
We know you're not racist. I grew up around a racist man. I know what racist is.
I did get, I don't know, I did get called a Nazi sympathizer once on Twitter.
Oof. For what reason?
Because I was advocating that we shouldn't go out killing and assaulting people even if they're Nazis.
That just means you value life. Hey. People wonder why I'm such a freaking introvert. Because it's very hard to tell stupid people from smart ones.
I seem to have a bit of luck with that.
You do, I do not.
A lot of the friends I have in the United States are pretty damn intelligent.
To be fair, yes, mine as well. But it's just the people I encounter in public. And of course, all those ones you hear about.
Yep.
I have not heard about that social experiment, Zevenster, but I know of the general thing you're talking about with those two things. How people feel about them.
And to be frank, I have no problem with black people whatsoever. Some of my best friends are black. But I don't see what's on the surface like other people seem to.
Yeah,
sorry.
One of my best friends is from Africa.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I've stared too much into the abyss, but the way you started that sentence is like exactly the way racists try to argue they're not racist. Like, I'm not saying that at all, but that's just so funny.
Like, that is the exact same way. I wasn't gonna mention it, but you made me mention it. I know they're not, but it is the exact common thing. So
they always go. I don't have anything against black people. Some of my best friends are black, but that's just funny.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't going to say that. I stand between, say, an African man on one side and a Chinese man on the other. Outwardly, yes, we look different. But that's not why I'm looking at it. I'm looking beneath the surface. Because they've got the same kind of inner workings as I do. So, as far as I'm concerned, that makes them no different than me.
Unless they're the opposite sex. Well, that was bad.
Oh, well, you're gonna piss off
Dumbass.
the race. You're gonna piss off the race realists out there. Shh.
Yeah, internally women do work differently than men, but they're still human. We're all
hey,
human beings, and there's no difference between us.
Funny time for you to show up.
Unfortunately, there seems to be very few people who can see things as openly as I do.
Oh, hey, look!
Zevenster, that's a predictable reaction, because the thing you have to realize is that the All Lives Matter thing was invented by, like, literal racists who want to brush the oppression black people and other races, it's a direct response to Black Lives Matter as sort of a... The All Lives Matter tagline is sort of a fuck you to Black Lives Matter, created by people who want to sweep that oppression they face in the US under the rug. They want to act like, no, everybody has equal opportunity. There's no oppression of black people still going on.
Tell that to the people who keep claiming it is.
We can plainly see it is. I mean, black people are arrested far more than white people, even though white and black people do drugs at the same rate.
Well, yeah, at that you're right. So in some cases, I say they're justified in what they do. But they're just going about it the completely wrong way.
Well, Zevenster, like, if we're going to just speak, like, completely, you know, in a vacuum, then yeah, all lives do matter. But the thing is, you have to recognize that the people who came up with All Lives Matter did it as a direct fuck you to Black Lives Matter. And the people who came up with All Lives Matter are also the ones who came up with Blue Lives Matter. You know, people who will defend the cops no matter what, no matter how many people they kill for no reason.
That's because cops are becoming way too trigger happy in the States. Meanwhile, ones up here in Canada can't even do their jobs right. Also because they're bound by so many stupid freaking rules that literally stop them from doing their jobs right. I'm more afraid of lawsuits now than what happens if they don't do anything.
That's totally that's right. That's a good position to take, Zevenster. You just need to be careful about, you know, when the alt-right, right-wingers, people like them, are getting really sneaky these days. Like, they try to do all kinds of, you know, sneaky shit, like, scapegoating the left and trying to act like they're the worst thing in the world and sort of using it as what they call a red pill to get into their movement. They know that their viewpoints are not palatable anymore at all, so they kind of try to code their bigotry behind more things that people can get behind. They're a lot more. They've been pushed into the shadows, basically, especially since Charlottesville, and that's a good thing. But you just got to be careful because.
Zevenster 13, because we divide ourselves through religion, ideology, and the pursuit of self-gain. Well, it's a rhetorical question that had an answer. But yeah, I agree. We should probably change the subject.
Yes.
People don't come here for political talk.
Yeah, they come here to enjoy. They come here to enjoy a comic being created.
Yeah, with a gay jackal and gay rooster.
Yep. Hey, that tagline's finally catching on to you.
Ruby, you and your friends should do a drunk stream. I don't think so.
I don't think
That's
so.
not gonna happen.
Even
I don't get
the
drunk.
the person most willing to get drunk on stream isn't doing it, so that's your sign right there.
Yeah. I enjoy a good beer every now and then, but I have a hard policy to never ever get drunk.
Hey, I'm open to it.
But Ruby, that's only because you're 21.
And I'm gonna be 26 in about 6 months. But I've never been drunk or high, and I refuse to be so. Gilbert Moreno, what do you like about making comics?
It's not much different in execution from animation. It's just making a story come to life.
To the form of still images.
Jesus, I just scared myself.
Wow.
I unintentionally tapped a new... I just unintentionally clicked on a new Jacksepticeye video, so just out of nowhere I heard his intro.
Nice.
And because I've got the volume in my headset turned up to make sure I can hear everybody, it kind of startled me. Just out of nowhere I hear this whiplash in my ear.
We call that the Irish spoop. In fact, I need to go to UrbanDictionary.com and add that right now. Irish spoop. When somebody is spooked accidentally by a Jacksepticeye intro.
Whoops. I just left the stream.
Good job.
Bye. Have a great time.
I'm back.
Bye.
Bye, have a
Bye,
beautiful time.
God damn it, Corbin.
Yeah, I accidentally hit the next video, which automatically took me to the previous episode of Manifest Heart. Or I shouldn't say previous, I should say most recent. Isn't that ironic? I'm a good writer, but I am a horrible, horrible speaker.
You're a horrible vocalist.
The thing is, that's the same thing you should ask yourself when a non-native English speaker types and speaks better than native English speakers in a chat.
Hi. Sorry for my English.
Excuse my vernacular.
That Lucario gamer, that's Corbin? Still can't spell names right. Corbin, pipe up.
Assassin Dog hasn't been here for quite a while, and before Assassin Dog was... Like, Corbin, you weren't on the streams before when Assassin Dog used to be here.
Who's Assassin Dog?
Exactly.
That's exactly what we mean. It was way before you.
It's way before you were born. All the way back in 1978.
But he changed his name to that Lucario Gamer for some reason. I don't know.
Derp. Oh, there's a yawning. Excuse me.
Now you're gonna make me yawn.
Sorry. Technically, I should have been asleep about 90 minutes ago.
But you don't have to work today.
No, I don't.
We're almost done.
Well, that's kind of sad, Assassin Dog. But you should own up to it. You should be proud of that name and should not let anybody talk you down just because of it. I mean, my YouTube name, XtremetuberVII, was created back when I was 13 years old. And I'm a 90s kid, so everything was extreme, and that's with an X, one X and one E. So yeah, that's where my name comes from.
Blam blam. Have Blaziken ever cheated in this comic or the Lucario? I responded to that in text, and I want to ask something at least.
Okay.
Oh, fire away.
Well, according to the Bible, if you just stare at another woman, you're cheating on your spouse with your heart.
My God.
Ruby, that's not actually something that's actually unfar from the truth. There is now, in that particular space of the internet, something called micro-cheating, and that is exactly micro-cheating. So, yeah. You probably would be better off not knowing that, but you have to know it now and
Is
suffer
it
with
among the same vein as microaggressions?
Yes, it is, so it's still bullshit, but...
So... Wait, who created that? Like, the same people who did microaggressions, or, like, Christians?
Yes. The same people that created microaggressions.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, that thing that you described is exactly what they say is a microaggression, so...
I don't think microaggressions are something that don't exist. I just don't think they're worthy of calling somebody bigoted for. You know, because it's, like, micro. It's unconscious. You should probably still work on it. Like, you probably shouldn't tell a black person, wow, you do really well for yourself despite the fact that you're black. Maybe not something like so extreme as that, but you know.
That's a surefire way to get punched in the face.
Yep.
Like, microaggressions are something without malice behind them, right? So you don't deserve to be called a bigot for it, but you should still probably consider it.
Yeah.
Also, there's something that I still haven't tried yet. I'm still hesitant to try it, but it's a thing that Pop-Tarts did recently, and it is watermelon Jolly Rancher flavored Pop-Tarts, and I think it's going to be the most disgusting thing I ever tasted.
And I don't think I've had Jolly Ranchers ever since I was a kid. So I don't even remember what those taste like.
It's
It's a candy.
I mean, it got that much.
Jolly Ranchers are awesome.
I prefer Starburst. I like something that I can chew, not suck on.
There you go. That is the box and some of the open Pop-Tart. This is probably going to be the most disgusting thing I ever eat.
It reminds me of those old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pies.
Pies?
Yes. They had pies back in the 80s.
The freaking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were on everything back then.
Yep.
Is that back when we still had family values?
No, back when commercials were or cartoons were full of so much cheese that you get blockages from watching them.
You are also bombarded with anti-drug campaigns in your cartoons as well.
This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
You want to buy some death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
Good boy.
The one good thing that came out of that movie was definitely that scene. What? You're entitled to your opinion.
Yes, I know. Everybody is entitled to their opinion unless it's wrong. I'm just messing around.
If your opinion is wrong, then I like to call it an onion.
Oh my god.
What have you got against onions?
Yeah,
make-
without onions we wouldn't have JonTron.
They make me cry.
Wait a minute, I gotta address this. Luke Bonelli, but being named Luke is a curse. The Lucario in this comic is named Luke.
Isn't Luca able to be also said as Luke, though, Luca?
Why do you refuse to watch Star Wars, Evanster? Is it 'cause it's for nerds? I feel like I just had this conversation. That happens sometimes. It's called not amnesia. Deja vu. I've heard it has something to do with the order in which your brain perceives things. Subconsciously perceives things and then consciously perceives things.
What had more to do with drifting?
Drifting.
Yes.
Nerds are totally lame, Mystery.
There you go. That is my theory on deja vu.
What about geeks? Geeks, nerds, and what? What else? There's a third one there. Geeks, nerds, and...
Dorks.
Dorks? Maybe. I thought there was something else.
Yeah, I can't put my finger on it either. Anyways,
Yeah, me either.
That's Tuber's theory on Deja Vu, and here's mine.
Adam, no.
Oh, Adam. I haven't even read it, but I'm just gonna say, oh,
God.
Adam.
What in the
It's
fuck
that-
is that?
It's a song.
It's Eurobeat. I just been to this place before, higher on the streets, and I know it's my time to beat.
It's a very catchy one at that.
Yes.
Well, I'm a metalhead, so I'll stick with that.
Oh, you're a metalhead. Then that means that Guilty Gear Zerd song would appeal to you.
Guilty Gear?
Guilty Gear is a video game that I'm not sure if it's Nintendo or PlayStation.
Probably PlayStation.
I'll stick to Nightwish and Sabaton.
To be honest, all I really
Through
know
the Gates of
about
Hell.
games is the character of Bridget.
And now Adam has probably got me stuck in a Guilty Gear cycle again, because I had to counter the Eurobeat cycle.
Oh, Schnitzel.
I kind of want to ask Clover Jade what a schnitzel is, but I'm afraid I might be conceived as racist.
What was that?
Nothing.
Oh no!
I will tell you that it is a dessert treat that you will enjoy, Ruby.
Probably would.
I was just taking a look at the excerpt and I realized there's an inconsistency.
Uh-oh. What's wrong?
A glitch in the Matrix?
No, Vulcan's talons were supposed to be bandaged by this point.
Oh.
Don't worry,
Oh,
I got it
yeah.
covered. I've been drawing them as bandaged.
Literally, you got it covered, Ruby. Literally.
Yeah, I noticed that too. At no point in the comic did Vulcan get his talons bandaged, but here they are anyway.
Yeah, Luke was supposed to have been bandaging them as Vulcan was discussing his fears.
Yeah, I can also see on page 14, they're still uncovered and still caked with blood. Oh well. Guess it's not that important.
We will survive.
Miracles of modern digital art. Sorry, what?
Well, sure that cove worked if Luke knew Heal Pulse, but no, that's only his brother who knows that.
Those sneaky Shinra. By the way, Hojo has gone. Is gone. What? He is?
I am curious. Are there actually such things as pure soup stores, an entire grocery store dedicated to soup?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Corbin knows. Corbin knows.
I'm going to say no.
We're gonna make him go on a quote storm extreme.
Oh, you haven't seen the Amat soup clip, have you?
Oh,
I have a feeling I don't want to.
1,100
it's from like It's I don't know. You won't. I know for a fact you won't like it, but I think it's beautiful. I am resisting the urge to quote it right now.
Good.
See, Ruby, the quote storm didn't start.
It almost did. Do you realize what you've done? What you could have done?
Black Productions, Corbin's laugh is my aesthetic.
What?
Oh, they're all
Corbin,
going.
you sounded like a record scratch there for a second.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, someone's making the soup store joke.
Yep. I'm at soup.
I am soup.
What kind of a store name
I
is
am
that?
red. I am Groot.
I am Groot.
How many different types of soup could there be? That a whole store would be needed for it.
You have no
There are a
idea.
lot.
How dare you ask such a question?
I have been to a dozen different grocery stores in the past year alone.
Soup
And-
is limitless.
5-star
I've only-
jellyfish is asking me to laugh for the stream clocks.
You already did. You got that covered.
I already did though. So you got your laugh for the day.
Yeah, and I've al-
Any extra will be $19.99.
I may as well not even try to speak.
Yeah, Vulcan, go ahead. That's what I was trying to get people to do.
I was going to say, all the stores I've been to, I've only seen 5 kinds of soup, and they're all in cans. Hardly enough for an entire store.
Well, it depends on how.
Just go to a restaurant and see how many different types of soups there are on the menu.
Basically, I can explain it this way, Vulcan. So, soup really starts with a base, and that there's pretty much 3 to 5 different types of bases, 2 of which are quote-unquote brown bases, as well as the other.
Time out.
being-
I'm well aware of the concept of soup, having made some in foods class, but
Well, yeah, but in that case, you should understand why there's enough need for a soup store. But I've
Oh.
never actually seen one.
me either.
I don't think people really like most things are a variation of those others. So the soups that you see are likely just the base versions of everything, and then you
And
can
they're-
from there make the other soups.
And they're all in cans.
Ruby, you've been asked to do a Q&A.
Every stream is a Q&A. If you want to ask something, go right ahead. Although
Yeah,
I might
knock
not
yourself out.
answer it.
Okay, the last one is not incorrect, but the other one is the others are incorrect.
5-star jellyfish. Ruby of Blue is a sapphire. Extreme Tuber is an extreme lubricant.
I will.
Corbin is a crowbar, and Vulcan is a volcano.
I will fucking stab you, 5-star jellyfish.
Who says I don't have a sense of humor? That was hilarious.
Hmm.
How dare you insult his ruby ancestors? Calling him a sapphire. Shame on
Sa-
you.
That's a macro aggression.
I've got some knowledge to drop on you guys. Technically, a ruby and a sapphire are the same stone. They're just different colors. It all depends
Based
on
the
how they
impurity
formed.
in them. Yep.
So yeah, whether you're calling him a ruby or a sapphire, it's technically the same stone.
There's a good channel for that. There's this woman who is all about crystals, and MatPat introduced my girlfriend to it, and then my girlfriend introduced me to that video, and then subsequently to that girl. So yeah, I need to go find that again.
Did her name happen to be Pearl?
No,
Amethyst?
no.
Diamond.
Or Garnet.
Brilliant Master Dyer. Do I know any roses? I know Crystal Rose from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Critical character I still need to get a ref pick of soon, too. Still need to get a picture of LaShawn.
We need to get rid of every one of our characters.
Yes, indeed. But her especially, because she plays such an integral role in Arc 4.
Yes, that she does.
Namely, as being the one who wait, if I say that, it'll be a spoiler.
Spoiler. You're entering into spoiler territory. Just keep rein it in. Rein it in.
I caught myself.
Rein it in, Agent. You don't fire until I give the word.
Ah, here we
That's
go.
true.
It's JTV. That's the channel name for Jewelry Television.
Five-star
I didn't
jellyfish.
know you
Is
were
it
in-
off? Is it awful of me to say I want somebody to get eaten on this stream?
I didn't know you were into that. I would have thought you would be into pinnacle stuff.
This video goes into depth about what makes these crystals their colors, which is awesome sauce to the maximum, dudes.
Digital Ghost, but got me into making a comic book. Well, if you want the really, really blunt answer, money! Money! Money!
Yeah, because this comic is a commission from Corbin and I. So he's only doing it because he's being paid to do it.
Although, of course, you know, along with it comes Pokemon, which I like, gay stuff, which I also like, and gay stuff with Pokemon, which I'm all about.
Hopefully you're enjoying it, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, working on this.
Yeah, that looks about right.
Oops. I made an error here.
Now what?
This probably won't be relevant until the next set of pages, but in one point where I said it was supposed to be Luke eyeing Vulcan incredulously, and I accidentally put that it was Vulcan doing it. So, fix
Where?
this.
What part was this?
Never mind.
No, seriously, what part was it?
Hang on. Page 7, second last paragraph. No, wait, last paragraph before it goes on to the next page.
Let's see here.
Oh, no, wait, that wasn't an error. Never mind. Just reread it again.
Sure, it was page 7.
Just forget, I found that it was correct.
So what would the analog equivalent of a digital ghost be? I mean, besides just saying an analog ghost.
Tube Ghost? Ghost Tuber? Extreme Ghost Tuber 666?
And they still said analog ghost anyway. That's because of the delay.
Which there is none. That was a microaggression, Extreme.
Against your
Against my
latency
stream.
rates? So 59? No, 69. God damn, it's been a while since I've read Roman numerals.
Alright, we done, boys.
Yay!
Tomorrow,
Awesome.
we'll line and color it.
Awesome sauce.
I actually want to stream later tonight because I'm feeling the adrenaline. I'm in the mood. So I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys then, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another page of this. Thank you all for coming, and peace out.
Bye bye.
So-
Bye.
See you all again for another epic tale.
Of silence.